a show hosted by Mariya Nurislamova, which is Russian. She's the Scentbird CEO. So Scentbird is this thing where you order not bulk, but multiple perfumes. They come to you and then you get to just try little portions of it to decide which one you like. And then you can order more of the one that you like. So it gives you a chance to like try them out. It's pretty much like saying like, well, we know department stores don't exist anymore.
Right.
So we'll just bring that to you.
Do you not want to go to Macy's and get this shit for free?
Yes.
And you can pay us. And we'll send you the free shit in the mail.
Send it to you. Yes. That's a good point. I didn't even think of it that way.
So stupid.
It's always been free to just try this stuff, but now it costs money. So the Scentbird CEO has a YouTube channel with 67,000 subscribers. So it's not nothing. It's more than us. Guys, sign up for our YouTube. Hit subscribe. Hit notifications. And I'll give you a quick example of what we're talking about on her show.
Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. It's nice to meet you. I am a healer, a channel, an intuitive. I do guided meditations, and this is a channel about spirituality.
It's a channel.
Yeah, right.
I've never seen a channel before. That's kind of neat. So she's a little crazy. I think the reason why Annie picked up on her is because our boy Moist Critical, aka Charlie, recently did a video, a little bit of a deep dive, and he found that there's other people looking at Scentbird CEO is also a spiritual guru. Not all customers are pleased. The co-founder of the Netflix for Fragrance, Mariya Nurislamova, has been moonlighting as a spirituality influencer. Comments on extraterrestrials, the Matrix, and Hitler have recently attracted negative attention. No such thing as bad publicity. CEOs know how to get it done. I think she's doing all the right stuff. Andy, what did you pick up on? You check this out at all?
Of course I did. I'd like to, before we get too far away from the Scentbird thing, I just wanted to go to my clip 8 where they have, this is the type of shit that they send to influencers to prop up and talk about, and they give it to people that barely know what it is or how to talk.
Okay.
So this guy is going to tell us all about Scentbird.
Open up the package, you actually get a few things inside. So you obviously get your perfume sample right here in a beautiful bag, kind of like velvet, I guess. It does say Scentbird on it, as you guys can see. And you also get a write-up on the perfume that you guys have ordered. So right here, I purchased the Dolce & Gabbana one for men.
To be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
So
did you add that, or
of course I did?
That's not a smart thing to pop in there.
So yeah, that espresso martini doesn't know how to say Dolce & Gabbana. I don't think he knows what he's talking about, but they paid him to talk about it. So that's their business model with Scentbird.
Okay.
But
yeah, because even Charlie says, I'm sure you guys have seen the Scentbird stuff all over the place. I'm like, I haven't, but I don't watch a lot of social media influencers. It's not the content that
I was
absorbing.
checking this out. I was blown away by how many men are talking about fragrances and these services and these other products. Like who
But you get Hard Rock Nick to be a spokesperson for them.
Yeah, right.
He seems like a guy who stinks. In a good way. In a good way. In case Hard Rock Nick is watching, I think you're amazing, dude.
I was interested to learn when you said that she's Russian, because one of the main challenges of listening to this person is the pronunciation of certain things that she says. Then my clip 1, the way she talks is one of the most aggravating parts. And forget that she has her eyes closed to trick you into thinking that she's harnessing some kind of spiritual energy. Anyone can do that. But the accent is the real gimmick of this. The way she talks is what makes you think, oh, she has a different way of thinking, and she's lulling you into like some kind of that she has a confidence or something. Like stupid people think that this person has unlocked some kind of
sense
secret.
of expertise.
Yeah. So
because we just did GG33.
Right.
She's also a numerologist. I've been paying attention to a lot of people do this kind of shit. She's bad at it. She's really bad.
Yeah, I'll touch on that too. Did you look at the website?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Good, because I did.
Okay.
And the numerology is 100% part of it. But let's check out my clip 1 here.
And I will share a few interesting facts and peculiarities, if you will, around how souls usually plan incarnations in the times that we live in.
I'm sorry, what? The
what?
Peculiarities.
Your accent is very peculiar. She's saying peculiar
Right.
in the most peculiar way that I've ever heard. So that's fucking crazy.
She must be smarter than us.
Yeah, I know. She's obviously she knows something that I don't,
Right.
which is the proper way to pronounce peculiarities. And in clip 2, this snake oil salesperson isn't only selling snake oil, Carl. You can buy snake jerky and snake teeth and snake skin boots. Any nonsense you want is for sale over here in clip
That's
2.
a good point. Snake oil came out like the early 20th century. They should have more products now based around
Definitely
that.
some merch.
Also host healing circles.
Ooh, she's channeling.
There's usually about one circle every other month or about one circle a month, depending. And we dive into a variety of topics. We usually come together to heal a particular facet of our energy. And the sessions are usually very deep. They're channeled. There's a lot of light language involved. There's deep journeying, a lot of meditations. So for a list of all the past healings that I did, you can check out thisismariya.com.
Just like clip 3 real quick. What did she say there?
Deep journeying?
There's deep journeying, a lot of meditations. So
You've never been?
It sounds like one of those words those guys who don't jerk off anymore use.
Jelking.
Jelking.
It's a lot of
journeying.
jelking.
Yeah, I was joking and journeying last night.
With
Feels good.
Jergens.
I played that for other people. I was like, what the fuck is she saying? I think she's saying journeying, but she just can't
Or
talk.
journaling? No, they're probably not
Journaling?
journaling. That wouldn't make a lot. Look out your journals.
There's deep journeying. But
knows?
so there she's talking about another session, like something other than this free content that anybody can get. You can also pay to
good.
have a different kind of experience with Mariya.
I was just saying the other day, I have way too much money. I need to get
Yes.
rid of a bunch of it.
Now
So this is good.
Yeah, we were talking about the numerology. So, and one of the things that she's selling on her website is the fact that you're the hero of your own story, Carl, and there's a novel inside of you that you haven't written yet,
Andy.
and
That's so
she's
sweet
gonna
of you.
teach you how to write your own book for $333 plus $8.33 on top for a service fee. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. you can. She'll tell you how to write a book that you haven't written yet.
Maybe she was trying to say journaling then.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Never know.
Is this 4?
Do you want me? No, this is this is just. I'm just telling you other things that she's peddling.
I see.
But on there, it's called Pen and Purpose, and the description says, "Do you sense a book within you, waiting to be written?"
Oh, is this on the website? Should I go to the website?
This is the website.
Oh, what's the URL again? Do you remember?
I think it's just Mariya.com.
It could be because she spells her
Or
name
this
like
is
that.
Mariya.com.
I mean, all right, I'll search it then.
Yeah.
You keep reading.
Are you drawn to the craft of writing and dream of publishing a book that could positively impact others? Maybe you've started or even written books before, but now feel your creative flow is blocked. Perhaps you worry that people might not appreciate your writing, or fear criticism has held you back from fully embracing your art. Do you see yourself confined by the starving artist archetype? Or are you uncertain about what your book should even be about? Pay me $333 and I'll tell you what your book is about.
I was just gonna say, if you don't know what your book is about, you don't got a book. I'm sorry to tell you. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. There's more crazy examples. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but leave it. Can you hang on to this so we can go back to it?
Of course.
All right, great. But that's one of the cheaper experiences that you can have other than just watching shit on YouTube.
$333 for a Zoom virtual event is ridiculous.
Yes, but it's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
There's no overhead.
Is it a weird number to pull out of the air, too? That must have
No,
something
it's
to do
not.
with
If you're a numerologist, it's not.
No, it's not, Jen. In fact, I checked out an episode called 33 Energy Portal, Powerful Codes from Source Manifestation and Transformation. This video came out on March 3rd. 33.
Weird.
And it has 23,000 views. And she explains what you should be doing on March 3rd.
energetically, it also feels like a pyramid, right? Because the 3 is a triangle and we have 2 3s. So it's almost like 2 triangles coming together. And energetically, what is good to do on these days is first to accumulate the energy. So the energy is going to hit your crown, and then it's going to be arranged around and rearranged around your body. So it's going to descend from there. In the morning, set up a golden pyramid around yourself.
Okay.
So that the top of the pyramid hits your crown center.
Makes sense.
And the bottom part of the pyramid encapsulates your entire body, so nothing is sticking out.
Oh.
And specifically for this pyramid, make sure that the base of the pyramid is a triangle, not a square, because it's a pyramid of 3. So as many 3s as we can put out in our sacred geometrical symbols, or the more of those we can put out, the better.
What are you talking about?
So you see what I'm saying? Like she's bad at this. So she's saying that you'd be a pyramid, but not with 4 sides, with 3 sides. But none of your limbs can stick out. Like even Aaron Imholt couldn't twist himself up enough to do that. It's impossible. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think she knows.
Is this a theoretical pyramid, or are you really supposed to like get dowels and like it's construct an actual?
Oh, that'd be funny if someone took it seriously.
Yeah,
That's what I'm wondering.
No,
Like
I
paper
tried.
mache.
Yeah, I got some dowels. I spray painted them gold. I laid them on the floor, but my sneaker was kind of peeking out, so it didn't
shit.
work because I wasn't completely in the circle.
You totally
or the,
fucked it up, you
the
idiot.
Triangle.
Idiot you are, Andy. God damn it. So embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
So when should I actually absorb this energy on March 3rd? There has to be a specific time, not just the day, right?
I bet I know.
Right around 6 p.m.
Oh, I wasn't going to say.
I was going to say, were you going to go 6 p.m.?
No.
All right, let's find out. Let's find out why it's 6 p.m.
is when the energy is going to be accumulated enough. 3 plus 3 equals 6, so that's the 6 p.m.
I was going to guess that.
You were not.
I was.
Can I explain why that's stupid? It's 1,800 hours. Like just because it goes to 12 and it starts over again doesn't mean 6 p.m. is more significant. I would think that 6 a.m. would be the 3 plus 3.
But 1,800 hours, 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 is divisible by 3.
Okay, now you're starting to get this. We should take this on the road.
Well, that's what I didn't get
We
about
got a workshop.
GG33. It's not 33. 3 plus 3 is 6. You're fucking 6.
Oh.
It's 1 through 9.
Those are fighting
3 plus
words.
3 is 6. You're fucking 6.
With the exception of 11, 22, and 30.
Yo, oh, well,
Those are fucking fighting
it's an
words,
exception
Andy.
for you when you make up your own fucking rules, dickhead.
Also,
I'm going to tell him you said that.
you know what I learned from Mariya is that 44 is a thing too. Like GG33, he's like, once you hit the 33, can't get better than that. She comes out and goes, what about 44? It's like 6 minute ads. Yeah, but 6 minute ads is 1 minute less.
What happens around the 6 p.m. time? Now, if you do it after 6, that's totally fine. Just don't do it earlier because it may be a little bit challenging for you because you won't benefit from the full energies that are coming through. Here's what you want to imagine. You would want to flip the pyramid. Oh. So that tip of the pyramid that was connected to your crown, you want to flip it in front of you. Mm-hmm. And what you want to do is make sure that golden energy
scheme
almost like gets distributed or leaks out, so to say, in front of you.
I just picture Andy still inside the pyramid. And he's on his head. Stuff starts leaking out.
Oh, shit was leaking out. All right.
Andy?
All right, one more clip from this episode. The portal recommendation here is what I really wanted to get to.
And so one of the practices that I recommend for the 3-3 portal is imagine that you have many cellars or you have many pockets, empty pockets inside of your aura or inside of your etheric body. And these pockets can only be filled with golden energy. And so on 3-3, it doesn't really matter what time of day you choose, but allow yourself to fill up these pockets with the golden energy that is streaming from source consciousness and leave them there once they're filled because your body is extremely wise and it's going to know exactly when to use that energy. It's going to leverage that energy and convert it to whatever type of energy it needs to convert it when it needs it.
Was she AD&D dungeon master before doing this? It just sounds like the same kind of shit. Like, and then roll a die and take the hit points.
Roll a d20.
Right. Like, what?
I thought she was going to tell us about 44. I saw a lot of people on 4chan saying that 88 is a cool number. What's the significance of that?
I know a thing or two about that, Andy. All right, Jen, you pulled a lot of clips today.
I did. I pulled way too many, and there's some I can skip. So,
what do you want to get into?
I listened to an episode where she talked about the importance of your teeth.
Oh, thank you. I actually wanted to look into that, and I thought it might be insulting. So I decided that I probably shouldn't.
It is insulting.
Let's remember that
do not comment on our teeth.
That's the rule over here.
She's going to do that. So,
Okay.
my first clip, it explains the connection between teeth and your lineage.
Okay. It's interesting to know.
Teeth is probably, of all the different organs, it's probably one of those parts of your body that is most connected to your ancestors or most outwardly connected to your ancestors.
Is it an organ?
I had to look that up. It is considered an organ.
Teeth are considered an organ?
Well, your skin, your teeth.
No shit.
I wouldn't, but
I learned something
I did
new.
look it up because I thought, she's so full of shit. That's not true. Oh. It's a little bit true.
Maybe there's a donor that could help you.
That's the problem with this horse shit. There's always an element of truth in it, and then they cover it up with a bunch of garbage.
Right.
Hey, if anyone in the listening audience isn't using their teeth and want to donate it to me, I'd really appreciate that.
Carl needs an organ transplant.
Yes, thank you.
So, in my second clip, she explains that if your teeth are misaligned, and this is your family is really fucked up.
Well, there might be something to this. Let's see.
If your teeth are a little bit like, it's almost like they're twisted a little bit around their central axis and they don't perfectly like fit, meaning like if you need to align them, like use Invisalign or something like where your teeth are not perfectly straight, that is usually the sign that the lineage has karmic issues or karmic knots. There are many different facets, and unfortunately in the constraints of this episode, we cannot quite go over exactly what kind of teeth and what kind of patterns in teeth show what kind of karmic knots. But usually lineages that are considered problematic, if your teeth are...
So should I get my teeth fixed? Is that what she's saying? Or am I fucked either way at this point?
I don't know. Did you have a comment
I was going to say, she did go on to say later in the episode that if you straighten your teeth, that does fix some of those karmic knots.
How is that possible?
Does it fix your family?
Yeah, that's what I mean. What is that? How is that even possible?
And it goes back into the past and fix up your lineage too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I like that you brought this one because she brings this up again in the episode that I listened to. Carl, it's clip 6. But this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Like, how many people are perfectly happy with their teeth? You know, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I wish like this was different about myself. So many people would change their teeth, even people with great teeth. But it has everything to do with these karmic knots, right?
Don't get her started on veneers.
Okay, so these karmic knots that you need to pay her to help you fix are one of the things that she talked about in mine is infertility. I thought this was the most scumbag thing about what I listened to in the episode, where this is just another like gambit or ruse that she's using to dangle hope to people that are desperate to start a family. And I don't know. I just think it's pretty insidious.
That infertility is also a choice. And it is a choice that helps you potentially work through your past life karmic knots. And that could be many different karmic knots, right? For example, addressing the aspects of why a part of you doesn't want to be a parent. Addressing the karmic knot of why you don't think you're a good parent, addressing the part of yourself that has been undernourished and undernurtured by your own parents. So the wounded child archetype, all of these things and more could potentially be the reason behind the infertility symptoms. Another symptom.
Okay, so when I was 11 and I went off a bike jump and I smashed my balls on the crossbar on my bike and shattered my scrotum and ruined my wife's plans of having a family, that was a choice that I made because of my karmic knots.
Obviously, you thought you'd be a bad father.
Yeah,
so you're like, I should go bike riding today. That's how that works.
She does do a lot of karmic shaming, a lot of it, by the way, because
I've never even heard that term before. Karmic shaming?
I just made it up.
I love it.
I'm going to have a YouTube channel and I'm going to start karmic shaming all of you. My clip 8, she says, if the karma of your lineage, she says that a lot, the karma of your lineage is heavy, meaning the people who are dead and buried, like that you came from. It doesn't matter what you do, what toothpaste you use, you will wind up with a root canal.
Wait, what do you mean if it's heavy? Like if they were fat people?
If there were bad people, she says like...
What if they moved to Argentina in the 40s and 50s? Is that what she's talking about right now?
She's talking about shit that is out of your control.
If I got my teeth fixed, would Nazis never exist? Is that a possibility?
Hey, you don't know the power you have.
Give it a whirl.
If your karma,
It's not worth it.
If the karma of your lineage is heavy, You can floss all day, every day. You can brush your teeth. Like, you can be extremely scrupulous when you're brushing your teeth. And you're still going to have root canals. You're still going to have issues. However,
Jesus.
Yeah. So don't bother.
Kind of hopeless.
Don't bother with anything.
That is heavy.
If you go back to her website, she could probably sell you some horse shit that will help you stop yourself from having bad teeth or a broken dick that won't start a family for you. You know, anybody that has infertility, women that have problems with their uterus, scroll down there, Carl. If you want to spend the weekend with her at her shitty house, and
do you get to fuck her?
You get a vegan lunch. Does it go down any further?
Yeah,
than
of course. I don't know how far you want. All the way down?
Yes, go all the way to the bottom.
You got it, buddy.
All right, a little too far. Go up to.
This is why people
the box.
WATP.
This box right there.
Energy exchange.
Read that.
Okay. An energy exchange required for this one-on-one deeply transformative experience is $125,000. Those are dollars?
It's an energy. She's going to transfer her winning 3344 energy to you, but it's going to cost you $125,000.
Holy shit. You know what's so funny about that? The episode I checked out, the other one I checked out, is all about like losing things and losing money and what that means. There's spiritual significance to losing things.
today we're talking about the spiritual significance of losing or misplacing things. What does that mean? What is the message from the universe if you have misplaced your keys or cannot find your shoes or what have you?
Yeah, the universe is like, look, I got nothing to do with this, so don't look at me. Like, you just fucking weren't thinking you set your keys down somewhere stupid. I don't know what to tell you.
So after she takes your $125,000 for the energy exchange, she can also help you with your loss.
Right. No, I swear to God, she even talks about losing money and what that means. I got to run through these clips real quick. It's so funny. I had no idea she was trying to grift her audience out of $125,000 fucking dollars. That's crazy. That's next level right there. Aaron Imhold, are you listening to this?
Yeah. I find this topic fascinating. So let's first start with misplacing items, right? The little things or the big things. Sometimes you just wander around the house and just cannot find something.
Which is society's fault because...
So she's really selling it. She's like, this topic is fascinating. You guys are going to love this shit. It's amazing. You know, what happens is your mind is thinking of something as you set something down. And so you have no memory of where you set it down because we can't multitask as humans. It's just the fact of the matter. Yeah. So that's why that happens. But she does give a solution. She says you have to have 3 audible deep breaths and then you'll find it. So that's cool. That's one solution.
Okay.
But the reason why this happens to us, we're going to find out.
Sometimes the universe communicates other things to you through misplaced objects. It could be that you are out of alignment with the universe in terms of your emotional state, or you're going down the rabbit hole, the negative rabbit hole with your thinking patterns. And because of that, the universe will align you with losing a small object or misplacing something.
Fuck you, universe. It's bullshit. You know, this show makes me think negative thoughts, I gotta be honest with you.
This show, she's so batshit. It's so insane.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to be deprogrammed after watching this episode. I was like,
check out Carrie Smith after this.
This is a cult.
All right, hold on. Let me run through these clips real quick, and then I'll get back to this because there is a payoff to this. This video is ridiculous.
Have you been angry at somebody? Perhaps. Have you repressed that? Have you lied to someone, for instance, right? Like all of these things could be examples of alignment. Holding on to the truth and not speaking up when you're meant to speak up. That could be also out of alignment with the universe. Now, there could be so many different things.
So that's the reason why you can't find your keys. Yeah. This is the least helpful thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I've heard people say, like, retrace your steps, look where you don't expect it to be, you know, things like that. But, that's helpful. I'll go do that. But it's like, did you not speak up when you knew the truth?
Yeah.
Maybe? Fuck.
I have a big karmic knot because I set $125,000 down at your house. Have you seen it? I'm trying to find that.
Well, what she does, and you can tell that she's definitely trained to be in a group setting and to get people to play along with this because it just throws out so many things that it's impossible to not be true.
Or if somebody just behaves to you in a way where you feel like being taken advantage of. Like, let's say that you've performed a job, but God forbid you haven't been paid for it. Like things like that. Or maybe something happened and you missed your flight and you cannot get a refund. Or, I mean, there's something else, right? For some reason, you just cannot cash the check. I mean, that hardly ever happens. But, things like that where like you are out of like either a big amount of money and it's hard for you to trace back what happened. Or sometimes you lose a very expensive material object or something gets stolen from you. Like, I don't know, like an engagement ring gets stolen from your hotel room or like things like that. What is that usually the sign of? That could be a few things. I'll just give you the main ones.
Jesus Christ. So she lists a billion different things, or you set up for a workshop. It's bullshit. You get nothing out of it.
She almost said me. That could be me taking your things from you. This reminds me of John Edwards. It's just like, I'm seeing I'm getting a vision of somebody has a relative that the first name starts with M. Could be the middle name starting with M. Maybe it's an N. Anybody, she's just trying to get somebody to
of course.
Engage in her
flight, and then you had to argue with the airline over a refund.
Shit that happens to everybody.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
Maybe
and then
you were late for work once.
Yeah, and then after all that, she's like, there's a lot of different things. And that's like, okay, this is not well organized. This is what I mean. Like, a lot of these grifters, they know how to hit their points. She doesn't seem to have the script down very well. So let's find out what is happening when you do lose your keys or give some nut job on the internet $125,000.
In fact, it's just karmic payback, and you should be grateful that the universe took the money or the ring or, I don't know, something else that is material and arguably easily replaceable instead of going after your health or your family in some way. So that's always a good thing.
Isn't that amazing? She must send this video to people who bitch about the $125,000 and the $333,000.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm contacting you because my wife left her $60,000 engagement ring at your $125,000 retreat. Have you seen it? Please send it back.
No. That's a gift that we took your Rolex. Yeah. It's a gift from the universe. You're welcome. You should feel good about this.
So it goes into a pool and we all split it, or?
That's a good question. So this gets even dumber because now she's trying to paint a positive spin on this idea. Like the spin that happens in this episode is incredible. Like, have you lost a lot of money, or you're out money, or you lost a really expensive item?
And like, if these things happen back to back, or if you lose an uncharacteristically large amount, very often it's not a simple karmic payback, but in fact, it is a way of the universe to help you accumulate the energy that you need for the quantum leap. Because anytime the universe takes something away from you that is material, especially if it is not karmic, meaning especially if it's almost like understood that energy is going to be used for the quantum leap. What the universe has to give back to you is something bigger than what it took. Usually it's 10 times bigger, but depending on the quantum leap, sometimes the universe has to return to you something that is 100 times bigger than what it took.
Where's Scott Bakula when you need him?
That's amazing. The universe has to do that? So years and years ago, my car was broken into and like 20 CDs were stolen. So I should get like 2,000 CDs at some point. I would imagine. Yeah. That's sweet. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that really needed the Sam say in Quantum Leap turning to the mirror and going, I'm retarded.
No, I know. I wasn't expecting this mumbo jumbo. Like, I was expecting some mumbo jumbo, but this level of it is nuts. And this last clip I just thought was pretty rich coming from her.
Now, again, don't try to fake it and don't try to align with it as hard as you can.
Okay. I won't try to fake it. Thank you for saying that, fake lady.
Interesting.
Jen, what else did you pick up on from here?
Oh, I pulled so many clips, but I'll skip over most of them. I'm just going to explain. I did have to draw an actual diagram of some of the stuff she was talking about because your teeth.
Oh, right.
If you draw them.
We're back on teeth again. Forgot.
Draw a line down the center of your face.
Somebody's trying to make a point over there.
I thought she was drawing pyramids on her notepad or something.
So the right side. So you have your upper jaw and your lower jaw. And the right side of your upper jaw is your father's grandfather's side of the family.
Okay.
And the left side is your father's mother's side of the family.
Okay.
Could you dumb it down a shade?
And your lower jaw, if you split it in half, the right side is your grandpa and your mom's side and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, got it.
I skipped through all of that. You do have a mouth family. You may think you have one mouth.
I always thought I had one mouth.
But you couldn't be more wrong, and that's my clip 5.
God damn it. I knew I'd be wrong. You know, when you assume.
You know,
up until right now, you may have thought that you just have one jaw, meaning like not one jaw, like one mouth, and things in it are kind of cohesive and coherent. Could not be further from the truth. If you realize that it's actually 4 separate lineages in one mouth, examine like where your teeth are the healthiest, where are they the most even, where are they the whitest, where are they the least crooked.
Oh, I am going to be so pissed at my parents when I find out which side gave me the shitty teeth.
This is the first
Mom! Get over here!
It's the only thing I agree with her because I put my kids in chicks' mouths all the time.
Oh, I see what you did.
Well, it could all be due to karma, though, because my clip 7 will explain that to you.
Okay. Of course it's all karma. What else would it be?
There are families with really good teeth, and that means families with really good karma. And there are families with very bad teeth, and that means families with very bad karma.
What are you giggling about over there, producer? Just see this the way this guy's reacting. He's like, he's talking about Carl.
So
Watch it, karma.
Yeah, all right, you're the best. You're the best.
you also might think that
Steal
your
your
teeth,
computer. You're welcome.
your teeth might be randomly crooked,
Okay.
but that's not the case. They're actually a map.
Oh.
Because if your teeth are crooked,
What clip are you setting up just so I have it right on the go this time? Because it takes me a second to
Clip
copy
10.
these. Thank you.
if your teeth are crooked, your family doesn't get along.
Oh. Wasn't that true of everyone's family?
Right? Like sometimes you guys think that you just like your teeth are randomly crooked, but they're not randomly crooked. Every little like aspect of the tooth is a map, right?
Okay.
So your teeth are a map.
Okay. Is there
And you know-
treasure involved?
I mean, my teeth are crooked because my dad used to punch me in the mouth. I mean, it's not a hard leap to take.
Good point.
I like your dad. Sounds cool.
She did go through some numerology with your teeth, starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't get into that.
Thank Lizards and Carl is a crooked family. Nicola says Carl is a map of Mordor.
Yeah, Carl is a karmic black hole. We get it.
She also goes on to say about wisdom teeth. Your wisdom teeth,
Or smart.
if your wisdom teeth are impacted, you failed your family and all of your ancestors.
Oh, shit.
And she goes on to say that if
I
life
brought shame? This is like a Japanese culture now.
this is my clip 13.
Okay, thank you.
So it's almost like the wisdom tooth is a little bit almost like a gift, if that makes sense, from your ancestors. It's like a recognition. It's like a medal. It's like a golden star on your fridge to signify that you have passed the lessons and you have transcended some karma. Otherwise, the wisdom teeth cannot come through because there are always barriers. Even if the wisdom tooth is showing a little bit, like even if it's not fully out, that means that you have successfully passed a lot of the trials and tribulations associated with that lineage karma.
All right, now this is starting to sound crazy.
But hold on. What happens if you had your wisdom teeth out? And that's my clip 14.
Oh, shit.
Because the connection with that lineage, how are they going to ever reach you and give you that knowledge?
Keep it in a
I'll
jar.
tell you this. The wisdom tooth is gone. That means that that connection is temporarily broken. The connection with that lineage, that side of your family, is temporarily broken.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
So, in my last clip,
Now I'm out of the will. Thanks a lot, fucking Dennis.
my last clip 15. But what do I do if I have my wisdom teeth out and I can't get in touch with my ancestors?
Okay.
In a meditative state, you would close your eyes and you would imagine that there is a golden cord of light that is descending straight from the point where that wisdom tooth used to be. So in the spot that this wisdom tooth used to be, imagine there's like a thread of golden light. And imagine that that thread, one side of that thread is connected to your jaw, and you would want to restore that connection, like almost like reweave it as if you were a weaver. And the other side of this thread is connected to the founding couple of that lineage. And, it stretches through time and space to like the hearts of those two people. And that is
Obviously.
how you restore that connection.
So none of that even mattered. It doesn't matter if your teeth are out. Just
Guys-
imagine that you have a golden cord going to them.
Who taught her this?
I don't know.
She made it up.
Like, could she show her work at any point? I'm
I'd love to
wondering
see it.
if, because in Jesus' time, people like us are probably like this idiot. He thinks it's the son of God. He's going around telling us all this shit. He's such an idiot. And we're all goofing on him. Could this woman be a prophet? And like, there's going to be religions based on her and we're the idiots?
No.
Oh, okay.
No chance of that.
I don't think
Just curious, because I don't know. There's some crazy shit going on. Maybe it's all real.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss off my lineage too much.
How does that benefit me to have a imaginary golden thread going to my fucking great grandfather? Like, so what?
Watch the whole episode.
No, absolutely not.
You're missing out.
What else do you want to play from this?
Oh, well, clip 4, the title of the video that I clicked on was clickbait shit that worked on me because it was called, "Are we living in the end of times?"
I wanted to watch that one.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
good. I'm glad you checked it out.
Yeah. So I was very scared. I was like, well, what's killing humanity? Is it cow farts? Is it, my alcoholism? Let's find out.
Because humanity as a species is coming to the end of one cycle and potentially the beginning of another.
Oh, okay. So is it your menstrual cycle? Because that would make sense. Or is it soul cycle? Clip 5, let's find out what kind of cycle is killing
if you
humanity.
are on the spiritual path, is the transition from a third density to a 5, the 5th density. And that is very much the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another.
I'm your density. I mean, your destiny.
Her reaction, that's the reaction of every woman that believes in astrology. She's, oh, this makes perfect sense. But you can see a lot of the hard editing that they do to put this together to make it make sense. I feel like she doesn't even know what she's talking about, so they have to do all these hard cuts.
Yes.
And yeah, she's self-soothing. She's coddling herself like Aaron Imholt.
Her posture is very much on defensive.
Yeah. Are you believing me? Because I don't know if anybody's buying this shit.
And I really need that $333. So if you guys can start believing me, that'd be amazing. Also, I just can't believe someone would have this much knowledge about the universe and karma and everything else and spend that much time on her nails. Would that be like your biggest priority, your mani-pedi?
Yeah.
If you
I was very distracted by her nails as
That's
well.
the color you picked? I can't believe you. I can't trust you.
You've lost all credibility with me, lady.
I got just one more, clip 7. And if you don't have $125,000.
Oh, I do. I'm good for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for everybody that doesn't, here's a nickel's worth of free advice that any broke asshole can use to improve their life.
Your higher self wants you to figure out the energy of abundance. What do you do? And the answer is you find people on social media or on TV or on Netflix or wherever that have what you want, or at least you think that they do, so that you could subconsciously copy that imprint, place that inside of your body, and start working through your issues, right? The imprinting is actually a very, very good old concept that works in humanity. The mimicking, right? The becoming like someone.
Great news, everyone. I started following LeBron James on social media. So I'm going to be a 6'9", rich and talented black man that has a huge hog and gets my wife pregnant any day now. So problem solved.
Congratulations, Andy. Can I borrow some money, by the way?
Yeah. I left it all at her house.
I just want to go to that workshop. I actually do. And when you showed me it was $333 for that Zoom workshop, I'm like, I bet I could record that whole thing. That would be interesting. That'd be worth it for the content.
Yeah, there's a $300 circle thing.
It'd be great if she started suing me too. Oh my gosh, we could drag this out for a while and get Vince and Bessie involved.
Wow,
this could be a whole thing. Jen, anything else you want to play from the clips that you grabbed?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. So no.
What? It makes nothing but sense.
It's peculiar.
It's butt sense.
All right. Fair enough. Well, it's all fun and games goofing on these people just because they're trying to grift an audience. But, they're actually helping people, unlike us. We help no one, ever.
Who are these podcasts?